mortals who visit this place of theatre, you must remember to turn off your phone, take no video or pictures, or you will suffer the ancient law of Athens.
Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon, but oh methinks, how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires.
4 days will quickly steep themselves in night. 4 nights will quickly dream away the time. And then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities.
Philostrate, Philomenos, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments. Awake the purse and nimble spirits of mirth. Turn the melancholy forth to funerals, for the pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I shall wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation I come, with complaint against my child, my daughter, Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. My gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voices of feigning love, and stolen the impressions of her fantasies, with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats and messengers of strong prevailment and unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness, and, my noble lord, be it so she will not hear before your grace consent to marry Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in the case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid, that to you your mother should be as a goddess, one that composed your beauties, and yea, one that you are but as a form in wax, by her imprinted, and within her power, to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your mother's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my mother looked but with my eyes.
Or rather, your eyes must with her judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made so bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace, that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case if I refuse to wed Demetrius.
To die the death, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood. For if you yield not to your mother's choice, you shall endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon.
So I will grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. And upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your mother's will, or else to wed Demetrius.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander yield. Thy Christ's title to be my certain right.
Oh, you have her mother's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry her?
True, he hath my love, and what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
I am, my noble lord, as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes every way as fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius's. And with what more these boasts can be, I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it to his head, made love to Nidar's daughter, Helena. And she, sweet lady, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must admit that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, and come Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. Fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your mother's will. or else the law of Athens yields you up, by which no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what's cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something that nearly of concerns yourselves.
Oh, now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Like for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me. For aught that I could ever hear, could ever read by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, but either it was different in blood,
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
or else misgraft in respect of years,
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to
or
young.
it stood upon the choice of friends,
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes.
or if there was sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness to lay siege to it, making it as momentary as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collied night, that in a spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up. So quick, bright things come to confusion.
If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict and destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross. It's due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancies followers.
Good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy mother's house tomorrow night, and in the woods, a league without the town, where I did meet thee once to do observance, to a morn of May, with Helena. There I will stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus's doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers love, and by all the vows that ever men have broke, in number more than ever women spoke. In this same place thou hast appointed me, tomorrow truly will I be with thee.
Oh, keep promise, love. Oh, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena. Whither away?
Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars. Your tongue's sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear. When wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching, oh, a favour so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
And the more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Were that fault were mine.
Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see, seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oh, then in what graces my love do dwell, he hath turned a heaven unto a hell.
Helen, to you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking with liquid pearl the bladed grass, a time where lover's flight doth still conceal, through Athens' gates we have devised to steal.
And in the wood, where often you and I upon fame primrose beds where wont to lie, emptying their bosoms of our counsel sweet. There my Lysander and myself will meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes and seek new friends in stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, and pray thou for us. Good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight.
I will, my love. Oh, Helena, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius dote on you.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and to the woods will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Yes, right. Is all our company met?
Yes. You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Here is the scroll of every man's name thought fit through all of Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and Duchess on his wedding day. At night, yes.
All right, well, first, good Peter Quince. Say what the play is on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point.
Marry our players, the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you. And marry. Now, good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll. Masters. Spread yourselves.
Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for, and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
What is Pyramus? A lover? What a tyrant!
A lover that kills himself, most gallant for love.
That was some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure to the rest. Yet, my chief humor is for a tyrant. I can play Hercules rarely, or a part to tear a cat and to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phibiscar shall shine from far and make and mar the foolish fates. Oh, thank you. Oh, this was Hercules' vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling.
Right, Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
Flute, you must take Thisbe on you.
What is Thisbe? A wandering knight.
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Faith, Thisbe not play a woman. I have a beard coming. Look, I can feel it, Peter Quince.
That's all one. You shall play it in a mask and speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisne. Pyramus lover dear. Thisbe dear, and lady dear, the flowers of Odia.
You can play no part, but you Pyramus, Flute, you Thisbe.
Right.
Now sit down. Robin Starveling, the tailor.
Peter Quince.
Robin Starveling, you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout, the tinker.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Pyramus's father. Myself, Thisbe's father. Snug the joiner. You, the lion's part. And I hope here is a play fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? Pray you, if it be, give it me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it is nothing but roaring.
You let me play the lion too. I will roar that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar that I will make the Duke say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would shriek, and that would be enough to hang us all.
I grant you, friends, if that you should fright the ladies out of their wits, they would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice, so that I will roar you as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you into any nightingale.
You can play no part but Pyramus, for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man, a proper man, as one shall see on a summer's day, a most lovely, gentleman-like man. Therefore, you must needs play Pyramus.
Very well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in?
Why, what you will.
I will discharge it in either your straw-colour beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple ingrain beard, or your French crown colour beard, your perfect yellow.
Masters, here are your parts. I am to request you, entreat you, and desire you con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we will rehearse, for if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our devices known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of property, such as our play wants. I pray you, fail me not.
We will meet, and there we may rehearse, most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
Yes. At the Duke's Oak we meet.
Oh, enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through bush, through briar, over park, over pale, through flood, through fire.
We do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and we serve the fairy queen to do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall, her pensioners be, and their gold coat spots, you see.
Those be rubies, fairy favours, and those freckles live their savours. We must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou love of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all our elves come here and on.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed, the queen come not within his sight, for Oberon is passing, fell and wrath, because she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy, stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling, and jealous Oberon would have the child, knight of his chain to trace the forest wild.
But she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. And now, they never meet in grove or green, by fountain clear or spangled starlight sheen.
But they do square, that all their elves for fair creep into acorn cups and hide them there.
Either I mistake your shape in making quite, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Am not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery?
Skim milk, and sometimes labour in the kern, and bootless make the breathless housewife turn, and sometimes make the drink bear no balm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm.
Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet Park, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speaks right. I am the merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile when I, a fat and being-fed horse, beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. Sometime lurk I in gossip bold, in very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips I bob, I know whether Juliet pour the ale, the wiser sons, telling the saddest tale. For sometime 3-foot stool mistaketh me, slip I from her bum, down dropples she, the tailor cries and falls into a cough, the whole choir hold their hips and laugh and waxen in their mirth and knees, and swear a merrier hour was never wasted there. But room fairies, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, oh, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What jealous Oberon! Fairies, skip hence. I've forsworn his bed and his company.
Tarry rash, wanton. Am I not thy lord?
Oh, then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen away from fairyland, and in the shape of a corn, sat all day playing on pipes of corn, versing love to amorous Phillida. Why art thou here, come from the farthest steep of India? But that, forsooth, your bouncing Amazon, busk-skinned mistress, and your warrior lover, to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thus for shame, Titania? Glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus. Didst thou not lead them through the glimmering night from Perignia, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Aegalus break his faith from Ariadne and Antiope?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never, since the middle of summer spring, met we in hill, dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain or by rushy brook, or in the beached margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets in the whistling wind, but with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport.
Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have every pelting river made so proud that they have overborne their continents.
The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain, the ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stands empty in the drowned field.
The crows are fatted with the Merian flock, and the Nyman's morris is filled up with mud, and the quaint mazes in the wanton green, for lack of tread, are undistinguishable. The human mortals want their winter here. No night is now with him or carol blessed.
The seasons alter, hoary-headed frost fire in the fresh life of the crimson rose, and on Oldheim's thin and icy crown, an odorous chaplet of sweet summer buds is as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries. An amazed world by their increase now knows not which is which.
And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and original.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon when I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman?
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the child of me. His mother was a votaress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, when we have laughed to see and watched the sails conceive, and grow big-bellied with the wanton wind, to fetch me trifles, and return again as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, and for her sake do I rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
Give me that boy, and I'll go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away, shall chide downright of thy longest stay.
I will go thy way. Thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. My gentle pup, come hither. Thou rememberest, since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath.
I remember.
As do I.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid, all armed, a certain aim he took at a fair vestal throned by the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow, as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower, before milk white, now purple with love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness. Fetch me that flower, the herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make or man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me that flower, but be here ere again the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a girdle round the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she's asleep, and drop the liquor of it on her eyes. The next thing she waking looks upon, be it a lion, a bear, a wolf, a bull, a meddling monkey, or a busy ape, she shall pursue with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm of her sight, as I can with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But who comes here? I'm invisible, and I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen unto this wood, and here I am abode within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence, get thee gone, and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant. Yet you draw not iron, for my heart is true as steel. Leave your power to draw, and I shall have no more power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you that I do not nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me, only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you, what worse a place can I beg in your love, and yet a place of high respect with me, than to be used as you use your dog?
Tempt not too much the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much. To leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not. To trust the opportunity of the night and the ill counsel of a desert place with the rich worth of your virginity.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you in my respect are all the world. Then how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me?
I will run from thee, and hide me in the breaks, and leave thee to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed.
I will not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in the wood.
I, in the temple, the town and the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Oh, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we're not made to woo. I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Oh, fare thee well, nymph. Ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Oh, hast thou the flower? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
I pray thee, give it me. I know a place where the wild time blows, where the oxlips and the nodding violets grow, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. And there sleeps Titania of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight. And there the snake throws her enameled skin weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. With the juice of these, I'll streak her eyelids and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it so the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garment he hath on, but affect it with some care, so that he may prove more fond of her than she upon her love, and meet me ere the first cock crow.
Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then for the third part of a minute, hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rose buds, some war with the rare mice for their leathern wings to make my small elves' coats, and some keep back the clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wanders with our quaint spirits. Sing me now asleep, and then to your offices, and let me rest.
You Spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs mean or seen, newts and blind worms do no wrong, come not near our fairy queen. Weaving spiders come not here, hence you long-legged spinners seen, beetles black approach not near, come not near our fairy queen. Philomel with melody, singing a sweet lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm, nor spell, nor charm. Come, my lovely lady, nigh. So good night with lullaby. Philomel with melody, singing a sweet lullaby, la 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 lullaby, la 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 lullaby. Never harm, nor spell, nor charm. Come, my lovely lady, nigh. So good night with lullaby. Come, my lovely lady, nigh. So good night with lullaby.
Hence away, now all is well, one aloof to stand sentinel.
What thou see when thou dost awake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it an ounce, a cat, a pard, or a boar with bristled hair. In thy eye that shall appear, if it is thy dear, wakest when some vile thing is near.
Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood. And to speak troth, I have forgot our way, but we'll rest us, love, if you think it good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank will rest my head.
Oh, one turf shall serve as pillow for us both. One heart, one mind, two bosoms, one troth.
Naked Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet of my innocence. Love takes meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit, so that but one heart we can make of it, two bosoms interchained with an oath. So, then, two bosoms and a single troth. Then by your side no bedroom me deny, for lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much beshrew my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, For love and courtesy lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant, and good night, sweet friend. May thy love now alter till thy sweet life end.
Amen, amen to that fair prayer, say I. And then end life when I end loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest.
And with half that wish, the wish's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's false and stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said, despised the Athenian maid. And here, the maiden, sleeping sound on this dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul. She durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl upon the eyes I throw, all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So, awake when I am gone, for now I must to Oberon.
Stay, though thou kill me, sweet Demetrius.
I charge thee, hence, do not haunt me thus.
Oh, wilt thou, darkling, leave me? Do not so.
Stay, on thy peril. I alone will go.
Oh, I am out of breath on this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies, for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears, if so mine are oftener washed than hers. No, no. I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts who meet me run away for fear. And therefore no marvel, though Demetrius do. And as a monster fly my presence thus. But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake!
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word that vile name is to perish on my sword.
Do not say so, Lysander. Say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? And yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I have with her spent. Not Hermia, but Helena I love, who will not change a raven for a dove. The will of man is by reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. And touching now, the point of human skill, reason becomes the marshal to my will, and leads me to your eyes, where I o'erlook love's stories written in love's richest book.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough. It's not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eye. But you must flout my insufficiency. Good troth, you do me wrong. Good sooth you do in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare ye well. Perforce I must confess, I thought you, Lord, of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there. Or never mayst thou come Lysander near. For as a surfeit for all the sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. And all my powers address your love and might to honor Helen and be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me! Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay me, for pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? Lysander, Lord! What? Gone? Removed? What? Out of sight? No sound, no word? Alack, speak! And if you hear speak of all loves, I swoon almost with fear. No? Either death or you I'll find immediately.
Are we all met?
Pat, now, here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green plot will be our stage, and we shall do it in action as we shall do it before the Duke.
Peter Quince.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom?
There are things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword to kill himself, which the ladies cannot abide. How answer you that?
By Larkin, a parlous fear. I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not a whit. I have a device to make all well.
Tell us, come on.
Write me a prologue, and make that prologue seem to say that we will do no harm with our swords,
No harm.
and Pyramus is not killed indeed. And for the more better assurance, tell them that I, Pyramus, am not Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Oh, well, we will have such a prologue. Shall be written in 8 and 6.
No, let it be 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Yes.
Oh, will not the ladies be afeard of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, you ought to consider with yourselves to bring in, God shield us, a lion among ladies is a most dreadful thing. But there is not a more fearful wild fowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must tell he's not a lion.
Aye, and half his face must be seen through the lion's neck, and he must speak through, saying thus, ladies,
Ladies,
or fair ladies.
fair ladies.
Right, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you, not to fear, not to tremble my life for yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I'm a man as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly, he is Snug the Joiner.
Oh, well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things. That is to bring moonlight into a chamber. For you know, Pyramus and Thisbe meet by moonlight.
Does the moon not shine the night we play our play?
Ah, a calendar! A calendar. Look in the almanac. Find out moonshine. Find out moonshine.
Yes, it does shine that night.
Ha, why? Then may you leave a casement of the great chamber window where we play open, and the moon may shine in at the casement.
Aye. Or else, one must come in with a bush of thorns and a lantern and say they come to present or to disfigure the person of moonshine. Then there's another thing. For we must have a wall in the great chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe says the story, did speak through a chink in a wall.
But you can never bring in a wall.
Yes.
What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And she must hold her fingers thus, and through that cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, that may be then all as well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
All right. Thisbe, the flowers of odious savour sweet.
It's odors.
Odious savour sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, her voice, stay thou but here a while, and by to thee I will appear.
A stranger Pyramus their ear played here. Come, we shall follow and play.
Must I speak now?
Aye, marry must you, for you must understand, he goes but to see a noise that he heard, and is to come again, yes.
Most radiant,
Yes.
most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of color like the red rose on triumphant briar, most brisky juvenile and eke most lovely Jew, I meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
9-2, man. Why, you must not speak that yet. And you speak all your part at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter your cue is past. It is never tire, right? Go.
As true as Horstead yet will never tire.
If I were fair, I were only thine.
Oh, monster so strange, we are haunted. Pray, masters, fly, masters, help.
I'll follow you, I'll lead you about around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a hog I'll be, sometime a hound, sometime a headless bear, sometime a fire.
And neigh and bark and grunt and roar and burn, like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire, at every turn.
Why do they run away? This is a knavery of them to make me afeard.
Oh, Bottom, thou art changed. What do I see on thee?
You see an asset of your own, do you?
Bless thee, Bottom, bless thee, thou art translated. Ah!
I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir from this place. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing, so that they shall hear I am not afraid. The ousel cock so black of hue, with orange tawny bill, the throstle with its note so true, the wren with little quill,
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
the finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain-song cuckoo grey, whose note full many a man doth mark, and dares not answer nay. For indeed who would set his wit so foolish? A bird, who would give a bird the lie, though he cry cuckoo never so.
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, and so is mine eye enthralled to thy shape. And thy fair virtues force perforce doth move me on the first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that. And yet, to say the truth, reason and love keep little company together nowadays. The more the pity that some honest neighbors will not make them friends. Oh, nay, I can gleek upon occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so, neither. If I had wit enough to get out of this wood, why, I'd have enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of this wood do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain here, whether thou wilt or no. For I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state. Oh, and I do love thee, therefore stay with me.
And I'll give thee fairies to attend on thee, and fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I purge thy mortal grossness so, that thou shalt like an airy spirit go. O peace blossom, cobweb moth, and mustard seed.
Biddy, and I. Where shall we go?
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks and gambol at his eyes. Feed him with apricots and dewberries, with purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and the night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes. To have my love to bed and to arise, and pluck the wings from painted butterflies, to fan the sleeping moonbeams from his eyes. Nod to him, fairies, and do him courtesies.
Hail, mortal!
Hail, hail.
Hail!
And I cry your worship's mercy. Heartily, I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold with you. Your name?
Peace Blossom.
I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and to Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Peas Blossom. Oh, your name?
Mustard seed.
Oh, I know your patience well, good Mustard Seed. That same giant-like ox beef hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. But I pray you, your kindred had made my eyes water ere now. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, good Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue and bring him silently.